Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pillars of Eternity 2. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today, as I basically have read her soul already. As we continue, well, I was gonna read that soul, but we have done that already. We continue the Ingwithan Way Station. It's interesting that it's called Way Station. It's the third level. We have already dealt with the terrible traps that were around here. It is interesting that it's called the Way Station because, well, that definitely has something to do with the name, with the thing that we're exploring. Because right now this is basically Ingwithan ruins, and we have more. Ooh, that's an interesting mural over there. The Huana figure's sacrifice seems to have supplied the pillar with energy, despite depicted in blue flame. Yeah, it's the soul. It's souls. We know this. I mean, I figured we know this. We have seen this many a time in the first game. Can you please not shake the earth as much? Thank you. The stone and glass of this contraption vibrates with some internal energy, setting the copper rings to buzzing. And we get ourselves some gunpowder and moss. And most likely... Okay, I was not expecting that. I wasn't looking that way either. I was gonna see a...
Don't go near that thing, Ashiza. Hurts my head just looking at it.
Yep. I was gonna say most likely a fight, but... Okay, remember when I said we know what this is? We don't. We don't know what this is. Energy pulses through the twisted column like an irregular heartbeat, straining at the bounding walls. It would... I mean, the red definitely sort of evokes that. The image of a heart, I suppose. But I think it's innocuous here. We can do our thing. Ingwithan engravings lie in these massive urns, denoting the many Huana interred here. Well, all throughout the I think it's interesting. All throughout this dungeon, we've seen Huana. Or we've seen, the narrator has said Huana, but really what we've seen is Aumaua, which is the race, whereas Huana are the culture. Now, Huana, as far as I can tell, are largely Aumaua, maybe less so these days, and I think at the beginning of the Let's Play I said, because I was trying to figure out what each, maybe I was talking about what's the name, no, that's not what I need. What is the name of the main... So, Huana, right there. Yeah, Huana. Tribal civilization primarily comprised of island Aumaua. So, yeah, they are primarily that. But I was saying something about, you know, because, like, the Valian are multiracial. But the other one, the one that... Oh, Rauatai, that's the one. The Rauatai are not as multiracial as the Valian, and I was saying that I might have been saying about the Rauatai rather than Huana that they are all Aumaua. Somebody corrected in the comments, corrected me and said, you know, they're multiracial, and these cultures seem to be multiracial right now. Like even the what's the name of those guys in the first game that were the Glanfathan? Is it Glanfathan? No, these are Glamfallen. The guys that were protecting the Ingwithan ruins in the first game, even those were extremely multiracial, although they did have this whole system of tribes and whatnot. But it could be that the Aumaua and the Huana, not the Aumaua, rather, the Ingwithans and the Huana here were just the same. I don't know. Because, you know, why would Huana be interred here next to this beating heart? If this beaten heart was here in the first place. I mean, back then when they were interred, of course. The machine of the base, at the base of the pillar, is in bad shape. The Adra panels are warped and the copper is corroded, but it looks whole. A high keening sound comes from the Adra. Copper corrodes. It does. I believe it corrodes when in contact with aluminium, for example. Tin, I believe, also corrodes copper. There's a few materials that corrode copper, but generally it wouldn't. I'm pretty sure in ionization just in general would. So this, like if we're adhering to the laws of physics, this would probably ionize the crap out of the copper, and it would corrode the copper eventually. It would turn it black. I think it creates like a phosphorus thing when in contact with the air or something. I don't know. But copper is not iron. It doesn't oxidize or anything. It just gets that green patina on it. A high keening sound comes from the Adra, so we can examine the machine and we are gonna before we activate it. You check the copper connections and knobs. Everything appears to be intact, but none of the essence in the pillar runs through it. The keening grows louder. Yeah, okay. Activate the machine. You turn the Adra wheel and adjust some of the sliders. At first, nothing happens. Then you feel a fluctuation in the ether. The wailing grows louder. Oh no, Oh. It's a portal to the place where Barath lives. Oh boy, we need to kill them. Essence moves within the Adra, opening a dimension as raw and distorted as a fresh wound. Something in that place pulls at your soul, and the distant voices cry out again. Yes, we're going. Oh no, we're not automatically going. That's interesting. Let's see what we have over here. Enter the corrupted Adra. Yeah, wait a minute, it's corrupted Adra. Well, that explains it. Did I know that? Did I just figure that out? I found the heart of the corruption. Well, that explains it. There's a machine here, perhaps that will help me clear it. Yep. Clear the corruption here, being the whole thing. Interesting that Barath, I am assuming that's Barath's realm. The dimension within the Adra is open, tugging at your soul. I'm gonna project my whole party into the pillar. Yeah. But it's interesting that Barath is connected to this. Lovely. A force within the Adra tugs your soul from your body and into a realm of pure essence. You become aware of a fragmented, dreamlike landscape. It's not a physical place, but rather a shape your mind has formed from the teeming energy. So is your presence in it.
I got an itch. Can someone scratch my elbow? I'll lift it with my body.
Your actual body is still in Pococohara. You feel the cold tiles beneath it and smell the dusty air around it, but you cannot return to it. Something here has a hold on you. The voices you heard outside the pillar scream and wail somewhere close by. So it's like virtual reality. Yeah, no problem. The whole thing about essence and ether, it's nothing. This is, okay. Oh boy. Okay, I like all the pretties. That's very cool. And I like the soundtrack as always. That track in particular is probably my favorite. This track that you're hearing right now. Hi! They're all pretty pissed. Look at their eyes. I mean, if you assume that shiny eyes are the sign of being mad. You reach the source of the yeah, bad things. A festering mass of corruption. Hundreds of souls cry out within it, trapped and twisted by the accumulating decay.
That is not a good way to go.
Yeah. A handful of souls, still fresh and mostly whole, surface to confront you. One of them separates out from the others and stares you down with grim, hateful intensity. They're mad.
You do not belong here.
The speaker takes the form of an older Huana man, his visage shifting as if reflected in rippling water. He's not a physical presence, but rather a soul given shape. The distinctions here are very tenuous, mind you. I mean, who are you?
We are the dead.
His voice hits in your mind like a clapper of a bell, or to a bell.
We're talking to a lost soul? Hold on, before you say any more, look into the light of my lantern.
She's just, my God, Shodi. Every time I can never talk to ghosts. She just goes on ahead and takes them. Eager, she raises. I don't think that's gonna happen though, but we'll see. She raises the lantern high, shaking it back and forth to scatter the lights around in a skittering dance. he, or rather the Juana soul, bares his teeth at her and squints as a trickle of essence leaves his body. When he looks away, the trickle stops.
Maybe you're dead. I do not see Tangaloa's mouth or Sirono's doors anywhere.
A second form takes shape near the first and glowers at him. Their essences sharpen and flicker at each other.
My storm wreathes Pococahara. Ngati's fist drags Valian ships to the deep. If you come to stop this, you have already failed.
Huh. His form gathers definition. Whether or not his words are true, he believes what he's saying.
You come as an endorsement from your mother, I say.
He nods at Takeo.
As usual, I am the last to know.
So you're responsible for the storms. How?
Ngati holds our souls in this swamp, cut off from the sea. The flow of essence stops here.
And rots, apparently.
What do you mean, rots? Souls are going bad, cut off from the cycle? My lantern looks fine and healthy, though.
Yeah, that was what I figured was gonna be the reason for her to, you know, bring attention to her lantern anyway, because it did sound very, or did look very hasty of her, although not for the first time, certainly not out of character. And it's good that it's not out of character, but still.
I don't claim to understand it, girl. I am a miner, not a mystic.
The cistern overflows into the world of the living, stirring the sea and skies with the fury of the goddess, bringing storms.
Cistern. Blinking, Maya clears her throat and eases in closer to listen. Interesting that that's a wall... That's a wall panel. It's not like a reaction. It's not like that thing over there. The cistern, though, I kind of wanted to, I like this over here, but I don't, I kind of wanted to ask about the cistern. So Luminous Adra is affecting the weather, or the souls inside it are?
No souls travel through here. The Adra screams. Ngati grins, showing her fangs.
Mikera, then you do know my mother.
This is where Valian scheming ends. Ngati's servant holds the dam closed to flood the living world with her vengeance.
I am missing the undertext here, and I don't know what he means. I mean, we're not supposed to know right now, but there's hints. He's like speaking tangentially about what's going on. Specifically in Ngati and Valian. I don't know if these Valian are the modern ones or the old ones. He places a hand over the spot his heart once occupied. Which doesn't make sense, because he's not missing a heart, and also if he is missing, or if he's not missing a heart, that's not the spot, that's just the projection of the spot. Show him Beza's pages. Pushing out Valia only exchanges a training post for Rawatayan warships. Oh, okay, so these Valian... Okay, so I'm not missing the undertone here, or the subtext. These Valian are... Okay, I understand what's going on. These Valian are the current Valians, and I think it's got to do with the Adra mining. I'm pretty sure it's got to do with Adra mining. And that's why it's in Ngati's vengeance. In showing her fangs, cistern overflows into the world of the living, stirring the seas and skies with the fury of the goddess. But that's probably just text, just a thing. It's just explaining what the storms are. I don't claim to understand it. The flow of essence stops and rots. Oh. Okay. So Ngati holds our souls in this swamp. So it's her vengeance, but they are the tools to her vengeance, I think. Because I mean, I would imagine they're trapped in here because of this whole mess. So let's see. You think destroying this region will save Tikawara?
One village? No. I do this for the archipelago. I am the storm of my people. Adra is the staff I wave to churn Ngati's kingdom.
He opens his palms. The ether around you reacts at once, whipping up the ambient essence into a frenzy. Far away, you think you can hear furious winds growing in response.
Madiko, to arrive at the far side of death and find this babbling brook.
She presses her temples with both hands.
The Valians will not overrun us while I have the strength to repel them.
Yeah, I definitely understand where he's coming from. The whole process of the souls getting into the Adra or whatever. I think they do get into the Adra and go into the center of the earth somehow to go and do the will thing of to grinds the souls or whatever that's explained in the first game. These storms chase away fish and blight crops. Or they don't chase away blight crops. They chase away fish and blight crops. You're the one killing Tikawara.
Fool! Ngati will stop churning the seas when the outsiders leave. Then I will be reborn as a Ranga. Pirates and slavers drove my tribe from our old roots and havens. Now, the Valians do the same with paper. They come to pull Adra from the earth and mill it like grain.
Talk on, Plankenet. You have your story and I have mine.
Well, if it's a matter of perspective, then I would love to hear yours, but what he's saying is effectively true. But yeah, there's ways for perspective in here, but I really would love to hear her story. Let's see if she says it. I think it's just a quip at him.
There is nothing more to say. Here at the end, outsider lies are a dull edge.
He glowers at you, the ambient essence growing sharp and turbulent around him. No more fighting. Let me convince your enemies to leave.
Coin is their only language, I say. Reason and compassion are bitter to their tongues. This is where all things stop. No one leaves, I say.
He balls his hands into fists, his shoulders knotting with tension.
Akosi, let's not be hasty. Some of us still have bodies out there.
She puts a hand in protest and glances to the souls of her crew. Also, I'm just realizing who she is. Beza. I don't know that she has a body out there. I don't remember seeing her body. Maybe I did. Maybe it was the one right at the beginning of the episode. But I think she's dead. I'm pretty sure she's dead. She did say something about dying and whatever, dead and something right at the beginning. And I didn't notice that because I didn't realize who she was, and she's looking at her crew right now, and the rest of them are here.
You don't plan on staying here, Ak? Why not let us tag along and see if we can reunite with what we left behind?
She spreads her palms open with a show of benevolence. So, it doesn't work that way, you're already gone. Yes, it never ends well when you stuff mismatched essence into one body. I can also lie to her. Once I'm gone, swim up to the edge of the Adra and I'll chisel you out. That's interesting. I think I could try that. Yeah, let's try that.
Pastinago, even I know the beyond isn't some giant fishbowl. I swear, the things I do for the Sangretta.
She sighs and presses her brow before turning her focus back towards Diwana.
Anna.
Oh. She was gonna say, Anaru, I think we finally agree on something. Let's tear this Basil's soul apart. At Basil's signal, the rest of the spirits lunge forward. Well, one way or the other, you are gonna be sent into the Adra. So let's get you in position here. It sounds good. Let's bring you up to the front. Let's get let's bring you more to the front. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. Okay, now you, and then you are gonna go right here and paralyze them all in the face. That's good enough. Fast, please. There you go. And then you can do this. Excuse me. You're still casting that. Nope, you're done. Which means you can do this. A bunch of stuns, a bunch of paralyzes. Fast, please. More stuns, more damage. Didn't it work? I think it's working quite well.
Yes?
Let's get more paralysis. Let's get her. Oh, crap. This is not great. Can you please not have the tentacles? Okay. They're all paralyzed, though, so we're good here. Let's get this one out.
What's that?
Takeyu definitely handled his business very well. He's got people on him, though. Dead Adventurer. Holy crap. Okay. Are they vessels, by the way? I can't tell from here.
I hear you.
Let's find out. Nope, they didn't take damage. Also, he didn't get healed somehow?
Yes?
This is not going too well. This is... Oh, they're dead. Okay, most of them.
As you wish.
Holy crap, he's taking damage. Is somebody sneaking on him? No. You subdue the furious souls, reaping them into motes of their constituent essence. And they become essence, basically. Because there's... That's why Geluminous Adra has got a bunch of essence inside. And that's basically souls. Beyond this cloud of essence, you feel the pull of the cycle. A force that steadily increases. This pillar remains steadfastly blocked from the natural flow. Power still hums through the essence. Sending it through the cycle would restore the Adra around you. Fragmenting it would detonate the delicate balance of power, destroying the Adra. Either way, the steady tug of the beyond grows. You must decide quickly. And with that, I'm now thinking, if souls need these sort of highways, and because as I was reading that, I was thinking, I'm doing calculations in my head, and I'm gonna put it to words right now. So apparently souls need this sort of calculations. This sort of waypoints, and that's why it's within waypoint, I would assume, to go into the center of the earth. And what was the waypoints in the Deerwood? I don't know, but there is one place with a huge amount of Adra, and that's Odnua, where the statue of Eothas comes from. And that led me to think that that Adra might have the power of absorbing, just inherently might have the power of absorbing the souls, which is never explicitly stated. This is more stated as a myth in the first game, but that certainly would fit the fact that Eothas is sucking the souls out of everybody. However, it also fits another thing that is made explicit in the second game, and I failed to understand in the first game throughout 3 playthroughs or 2 playthroughs, which is that the gods were made out of souls themselves. So souls basically were either sacrificed or united to create the gods. And actually the things that we saw, and now I'm realizing that the pictures that we saw in the waypoint, within a waypoint, might be depictions of the creation of the gods themselves. And this Wolengati business that everybody keeps talking about, and pretending that it's the same god as which one is it? I don't remember. It's one of the gods. But yeah, that might be the reason why they go so far out of their way to just say, hey, it's the same god, or just call it different, even though I have all my things to say that I talked about it already regarding, you know, that's not what gods are for. It's not about their origin. It's about their function and their praise, or I talked about it before. Anyway, it does come all together. It all comes together, and this might be much more closely related to the main story, if not in direct plot, certainly in theme and in lore, than I might have imagined at first. I mean, we go to an island, there's a bunch of winds. But anyway, so we have an option here. We can return the natural flow of essence to the Adra, restoring its luminosity, or detonate the Adra, destroying the pillar. No, we need to return. Yeah, we need to make the souls not die, because it's bad. It's bad. Don't let the people die. Yeah, you push the essence through the widening channel to the beyond. They churn and spin away. Suddenly, the ether around you develops into a churning maelstrom. You pull yourself back towards your body before the force rips your soul away. Yeah, it's a good thing. Are we gonna do that manually, though? We are gonna do that manually. That's interesting. We also can't loot. Oh, we just clicked there. We weren't even close. It's good. You cling to the tether of your soul, racing to the safety of the material world, even as the... safety. Tell that to the people who were sucked in by Othas. Even, or gone, or whatever. Even as the immaterial one warps around you. Essence floods the newly restored Adra, filling it with a light and heat that is both agonizing and rapturous. You return to your body, feeling as though you've just fallen into it from a mountaintop. Your companions gasp and groan beside you. You cover your face against the light radiating from the restored Adra. We fixed it. We fixed it. We are the best. Oh, look at the purdies. Oh, it's not very purdy. That's gross, actually. That's very ghostly. That's luminous Adra? Holy crap. Well, we're out of time for the day, so, well, we need to leave. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pillars of Eternity 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.